dysfunction is basically that there is failure to achieve an erection that is adequate for penetration. And there are classes, there are different classes. There is total failure to get an erection. And then there is getting an erection that is not strong enough for penetration. Or an erection that is not sustained for enough time for mutual sexual enjoyment. All those are different classes and categories of erectile dysfunction. And there are various causes of erectile dysfunction. And it will include various chronic illnesses, both physical and psychological, hypertension, diabetes, thyroid diseases, obesity, and sometimes even the drugs that we use to treat those conditions also cause erectile dysfunction. Men above a certain age, above 40 for example, it is estimated that perhaps 40% of men in their 40s will have a certain degree of erectile dysfunction. Fortunately, there are now drugs that are in the market and available for treatment of those conditions. Although, of course, like you mentioned, they have been misused by young men that want to improve their prowess. But there are risks. There are risks involved with that. And we have seen people get various diseases. Priapism, that's sometimes an erection that doesn't come down even after intercourse. And that's an emergency because untreated, it will cause to permanent erectile failure. Then there is the psychological dependence that without the drugs, some men are not able to, those that use the drug for other purposes other than what it's intended for, will not be able to get an erection if they don't use the medicine. It is of course important to notice that those men that have erectile dysfunction need to be able to benefit from those medicines. We screen their hearts. There are drugs that cannot be taken together with those medicines, so it's always important that those drugs are only prescribed by a qualified medical practitioner, because people have had serious heart attacks and serious heart illnesses on account of either combining them with drugs that are absolutely contraindicated, drugs that you should not take together with Viagra, for example. And my request is that if you think you need those medicines, you must consult your doctor so that you can be screened for other causes, so that your doctor can be able to know whether the drugs that you're taking will interact with those drugs that you use to treat erectile dysfunction.